Good morning, good people. Love that smell. How y'all doing this month? This Monday morning. Rachel E. Johnson. Paradise Within. Nice name. I know it's Wednesday, and I may call you before that. What's going on, good people? Good people. First, before I get started doing anything, I'm doing good, Tamiko. I'm doing real good. I mean, when I say I'm doing good, I am. I haven't felt this good in a long time. Ah, so, before I get started, I want to give all of you guys out there a shout of thanks. Uh, as you know, once I started doing the Baron, I was sitting behind this desk. I gained a lot of weight, more weight than I cared to believe that I was gaining. I went from a size 36 to a size 38 and everything, and the doctor gave me a scare, as I told you guys prior. And for the past 3 weeks, I've been doing the regimen, and wait till you guys see the weight loss reveal. I mean, it is unbelievable. And I want to thank you all out there for helping me pray for abs. Yes, I put out the call. You guys collectively got together and prayed for the Baron to get some abs. At least I'm close to the motherfucker back when I was in my 20s. But I'm starting to look good, feel better. I mean, just a total body transformation, uh, diet, vitamin supplements, just doing the right thing, and I'm feeling well. So thank you all, thank you all, thank you all. Now, I'm gonna jump into this one. I don't know how long this one's gonna be because this ancestor prayer here. I literally wrestled with spirit. I wrestled with spirit. I wrestled with myself. I was just wrestling so bad with this one right here. Thank you. Thank you, Jarita. And I wrestled so hard with spirit because this one comes at a more personal endeavor when it comes to an ancestor, as for many of us. And I didn't want to talk about this particular aspect of an ancestor because of the pain most of us experience during this time frame, and while this particular individual was in this mindset. But spirits say, listen, if you're gonna talk about ancestors, and if you're gonna be innovative, and you're gonna be getting people to understand the totality of an ancestor, you need to talk about it. And you guys know what I always say: I'd rather have a whole ancestor than the piece of a god any day. And spirit in my closet, they was like, well, this is part of your entire ancestry. It happened it happened and it needs to be addressed. It needs to be prayed about. It needs to be talked about. The pain needs to be out. The joy needs to be out. The recovery needs to begin, and all this stuff right here. And I mean, I literally wrestled with this. Even after I come out the closet, I still wasn't feeling talking about this. And this morning I had a whole different version to talk about. And then it so happened I walk in here and I saw something that reminded me, that put me back in a space. And I say, okay, spirit, I get the message. You're going to keep bringing this shit up to me. You're going to keep bringing this shit up to me until I address it myself, my own pain and my own issues. And And here it is. I'm gonna bring it up to you guys. So again, and bear with me, you know the bearing of a big old water bag. I'm a sensitive man. Big, strong, burly Negro with a beard, dark skin, and cry at the drop of a dime because I feel the pain and emotions from centuries, eons, and distant galaxies and in dimensions from every last single one of you that I've connected with, and I understand the pain and then my own pain because it really just burns me up and ticks me off. And but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna obey Spirit because he put it on my heart for a reason. So now, what I want to talk to you guys about, the ancestor we're gonna pray about this morning, is those ancestors that violated us as children and onward until adulthood. I'm gonna be very choicey with my words because again, I know the pain. I experienced it myself. We're going to have to address that issue. I keep reading in the comments, a lot of people say your internet is going in and out, so I'll reiterate it. Today we're going to address the issues of the ancestors who violated us as children all the way up to adulthood, and those who are still getting violated in some form of fashion in that mindset, in that manner. And you know how I say, I'm very personable and I'm very transparent. I'm in my 40s, so I've recovered to a great amount of extent, you know, from my trauma. But there's people who are in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and they go off to their grave not recovering because they never had nobody address it, and they never talked it out with a counselor, and they always felt like they had to be judged for being in that state of mind or being that vulnerable kid or that vulnerable adult or that misled person. And it's agonizing. It's agonizing to the point where it affects so much of us. That one little incident takes hold of our soul and our enlightened growth and our spirituality and our ideology of how the world's supposed to go, and it twists it and it holds it and it put it in a box inside of us, and it just stays there forever. And as we grow up and we go through relationships and we friendships, and even to the point of just all around handling our own children, offspring, and nieces and nephews, it gets a little tense at times to where you can't give a hug to somebody without feeling like, oh my God, they gotta thank this, because that's how I started, with a simple hug. Or if you offer a treat, or if you walk in the bathroom and unannounced or something, and it fucks with your head so bad, and as a parent, as a husband, as a wife, as a brother, as a sister, it fucks with you so bad to where you base yourself and you have a fear-based system of how you're supposed to act in life and how you're supposed to do things in life and how you're just supposed to be in life. And people, I'm here to tell you, if we go through this shit now because we've experienced it, think about the ancestor who actually had to go to their grave with this agony. Let's put it like this. Let's think about the ancestors who actually committed the atrocity. Let's talk about it. I'm transparent as fuck about mine. I done been through my counseling. I done cried my tears, and I done faced what the hell I had to face. I done looked in the mirror and realized, you know what, Baron, you still a fucking man. You still a man. It ain't like this is your lifestyle. That's that shit that happened to you at 6, 7 years old, uncontrollable to you. Who knows when we got our memory, who we could really start saying, okay, this is an understanding of trauma, family abuse trauma. So who knows if the shit was going on prior, before God gave you the identity in the sense to say, hey, this shit is wrong. And imagine those people growing up in a household of horrors to where they get to be 15, 16, 17, all the way up until they 18, 21 and adults, and they thought this shit was okay. They was indoctrinated with the bullshit that it's okay to let Uncle Leroy rub on your ass and pinch your nipple and shit like this. It's okay to sit up there and let Auntie Brenda and them make you dance on the table like they did our fucking Kelly ass, make him strip in front of all them people. That's why that man fucked up now. Cause they put that shit in his head. He got rich and famous, and not no diss to R. Kelly, and not condoning the shit he did. But you listen to the man's story, they programmed this man to be fucked up like this, and he never got the counseling. The man said he can't even read. You see what the fuck I'm saying? It permeates through our lifestyle. It transforms us when we get into adulthood. We either gonna have too much fear about the abuse, or we gonna sit up there and become abusers ourselves. The better of us sit up there and try to help people work through their fucking abuse at their own detriment. Now I'm being real tactful with my words, and it's some stuff I haven't said. I haven't used the XEX word. I haven't used that. But we know that's what it's talking about. I haven't said the word incest. But that's what I'm talking about. I haven't used those words, people. But you know how instinctively it's inside all of us, and we know what's going on, what we're talking about? Because the shit happened, brother. You can read it whether you can remember it or not. Some form of it happened. Now, we are praying the good prayer for those of our ancestors that it happened to. And then we're gonna forgive. I know it's hard, because I still don't want to forgive the SOB who fucked my brain up. Then we gotta forgive those ancestors who did it to us, who the ones that was doing it. We ain't say you gotta love them. We ain't say you gotta put them on your altar. We ain't saying you gotta walk their ass hand in hand through, and we ain't saying you gotta give them a get out of jail free pass, because it was a sickness instilled in that person at some point in their lives by somebody else who influenced that person to be sick, and who didn't see that that person had an issue and decided to get that person help. But then you got personal responsibility. If you know it's fucking wrong, it's wrong. If you feel an inkling in your heart that it's wrong, it's goddamn wrong. So no, they don't get a free pass, but we can forgive them. We can forgive them, and we can start healing. And for those that didn't have a voice, that those ancestors of ours that suffered that abuse all the way up to the day they passed away, God damn it, we could recognize they motherfucking trials and tribulation and how strong they was to stick around. Because I know many of people that have taken their own goddamn lives. That doesn't matter, that don't matter 24-foot fall. That done sit out there and ate a gun. That done sit out there and bled out in the tub because they couldn't handle it. Are they wrong? The Bible says if you take your own life, you're wrong. That's why I have such an issue with that goddamn book. That's why I have such an issue with that book. It's supposed to be the book of answers for the modern day man and woman. But they give you so many stipulations in that book as if you're supposed to let go and let God. And what fucking universe should I let go and let God? Hell, we have to beg our God to help us through the next day-to-day fucking activity. We have to beg our God to make sure our jobs are secure. We have to beg our God to make sure our relationships stay intact. Hell, we got to beg our God to make sure nobody come fuck up our world because they want to. So no, I'm not going to sit up here and let go and let God. But I am going to pray to my ancestors to make sure they do what they got to do. to help me maintain, because they get a reward from this as well as you. They get the reward of their bloodline, their offspring, their idea, their knowledge, their chaos, their strength, their struggles, their strives. They get the reward of seeing that go on, and they get to relive the world that's coming up through our eyes and through our DNA and through our actions. So I believe they got more help in their pinky than any mythological fucking deity in the sky. Now I ain't gonna sit up there and say it ain't a God, but I just want to go to that direct power source that I know is gonna help me. Okay? So all you religious people out there that says God is everything, and he or she, it, source, whatever pronoun, plural, whatever adjective you want to use, it's real. It exists. It's a point to it. But where I'm at, I'm heavy into my ancestors now, and I am so sad and pissed off at myself because I didn't understand. I allowed I allowed it to be so demonized and everything like that, to where I disavowed any form of ancestor worship or ancestor praying. It was just a last name. It was just a photo book. It was just, old people telling stories and making up shit, or people punishing us, and we can only think about the bad. And we never understood the struggles and the strife they went through. I didn't understand that about my ancestors until I started going in that closet. And I had to realize that I was operating at half a spiritualist, because I didn't understand what they were trying to say to me. I didn't understand the importance of understanding who came before me. And we all got it. We all got that issue, because we all struggle with who came before me, what came before me, why it happened before me. And then why the fuck did it affect you so much to the point that you have decided to galvanize a personality, a persona of your life, that you conduct your whole entire existence here and the now off of what happened to your ancestors in the past, to which you haven't understood how to defeat it, how to overcome it, how to use it to encourage and strengthen you. Now, I probably just sounded like some real educated motherfucker though. I got a degree or two, but that's from the heart. Not good people. There's people in our lineage, people that has existed before us, that had issues, rather known issues that they could control, or rather issues that they could not control, but there was issues nonetheless. These people needed some form of help. These people needed some form of guidance. These people needed some form of compassion showed to them that could have intervened in their activities before they actually got comfortable doing such atrocious things to their offspring, their relatives, and even to the people out there in the world that they deem less than, or in some sick ass way deemed valuable for that particular thing that they was doing. Now, I'm not even finna get into the whole psychological aspect of it, because then we'll be here all day. And I don't know how much time YouTube give us. But to explain to you guys how I'm feeling about this prayer that I'm gonna do, my head is so light right here. I feel lightheaded. A part of me wants to go and say it. A part of me wants to just let it, just say fuck this shit, man, and just burn them all in hell. A part of me is saying, face it, face the reality. Help everybody else face the reality. I just saw some was deleted. Thank you, Ella. If it didn't fit the program, I appreciate you deleting that there because this is a serious topic. But people, we're going to pray for those that was assaulted, and we're gonna pray for those who did the assaulting. Yes, we are going to send them our energy, but the ones who did the assaulting, not so much of it, cause I'm praying that karma beat them in their ass. I'm praying karma stick that heart poker to their ass a little bit on afterlife because they ruined lives, fucked up future relationships that's to come. It's a horrible thing, people. It's a horrible thing. So, here's truth time. I get a lot of slack from a lot of people that don't understand. They like, Baron, why are you so transparent? People don't need to know this shit. No, they do. Because if they could see somebody that overcame this shit and somebody that's willing to overcome pain and abuse, then you know what? I helped. Because nothing happens to anybody for any reason. You're either gonna tell your story, you're either gonna sit up there and become a person of interest in that manner, or you're gonna sit up there and become a recluse. And this is not the way we need to go in life. So, when I was 6, 7 years old, some shit happened to me. Family member, my uncle, not gonna say his name. He's really ailing right now, good people. I mean, he has brain cancer, Alzheimer's. I think I think he has like some form of dementia too, and it's just he just in a real bad spot. The last time I seen him, he looked at like he was a 370-pound man, and he looked at like a 15-year-old boy. It took the universe a while to administer that justice to him. And this was the uncle that did horrific shit to the majority of the kids in the family. We was afraid to tell on him because this motherfucker looked like he played for the Dallas Cowboys. And he knew how to overtalk and lie really good. So you go and you tell, he'll make that shit turn out to be your fable, or that or when it comes to some of the females, they came on to him, and he tried to do everything to reject it and was looking for him, and they overpower him, and they lied and say that if he didn't do it, that they would make up a story that he did, so he had to motherfucking do it. Could you understand the sickness of that motherfucker? Come on, my goddamn. You spin a story so motherfucking backwards and lie so well that the victim, if you didn't do it to me, I'm gonna tell that you did, so I might as well do it so that I don't get in trouble for doing it, or you telling, so false narrative, damned if I do, damned if I don't, so I'm gonna do it. That was his motherfucking story for years. So what the fuck is a 6-year-old, 7-year-old boy blackmailing a grown-ass man? What is a 9-year-old girl doing blackmailing a grown-ass man? What is a 17-year-old girl doing blackmailing a grown-ass fucking man? Why the fuck you in the bathroom with us anyway? Why the fuck you tucking us to bed? You ain't my daddy. You ain't my mama. Why the fuck you need to come and be the authority? Nobody asks these questions. The bitch got away with it for years. Until one day, here you go. I'm very transparent. Until one day, 15 years old, Your boy got tired of the motherfucking accusations coming from other people that was experiencing this shit. I was pretty much out there in the world, you know, gang banging. When you feel like you ain't loved by nobody and you go through abuse, you tend to take that shit out on society. I wasn't always this good Baron. So he was sitting on the steps in the projects where we live, uncle, and he said something wrong that triggered me. The memory hit back. So in my mind, I say, I'm finna end this fuck nigga right here, right now. I'm being transparent. Don't judge the Baron, but if you do, I don't care. I was good with that cutlery. Y'all know I love cutlery. I love me some goddamn cutlery, right? Knives, axes, machetes. But if I am good at what I do with that bitch though. So I walked past and he was sitting on the stairs. He made a little fucking joke. So as I was walking past him, you know, I reached in my back, popped that blade, and I tried to get him under the throat, right? Keep in mind, I didn't give a fuck about nothing at that time. I'm banging heavy. Banging heavy. Tried to get him under the throat. But I wasn't accurate enough and I didn't know how to cut well at that time. So it kind of gave him that nice little flesh wound. This boy crazy. He done lost his mind. He attacked me. I'm pressing charges. I'm da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You think I gave a fuck? I was hoping he would come toddling up the stairs behind me so I could do his ass a little bit more. In my mind, I was gonna play tic-tac-toe with that nigga abdomen. I was gonna get him for all the shit he did to those who came before me. You know what I'm saying? And those the motherfuckers, and I was gonna stop him from doing this fuck shit to anybody else. I was wrong. I admit that. But at that time, this wasn't right. I was in pain. And here is my adversary that has fucked through my whole goddamn sisters, my whole cousins. This bitch is a menace in my family. Nobody had the courage to take him out, not even the bigger kids who became actually murderers and killers and stuff like that, drug dealers. They allowed that shit to happen and they just brushed it off, forgot about the memory. But sometimes that shit stick. So I attempted to do it. He never called the cops. Don't know why. And I was savagely brutal that time. At that point in my life, mama didn't love me. Nobody showed me any grace but my uncle Sean and my grandmama. So I didn't give a fuck about if you wasn't them two, you was shit. So I didn't care. He never fucked with my family again. I don't know if he did it when he got married to somebody else. I don't know what's going on with him now. Other than I just got a picture sent over family text, and they were saying that, you know, he's not doing too well. He's suffering right now. I'm a little happy for that. So when his ass transition, yeah, I'm gonna forgive him, but I'm still gonna pray that karma get his ass back. And I'm letting you guys know right now, that was my personal story, and that was a very lighthearted portion of it. But I know some of you guys have went through something so motherfucking bad, so terrifying, and you guys couldn't get the thrill of administering your own justice to a bitch, or at least attempting. So that agony may still be inside you. I got a chance to release it because I did something for myself other than just forgive and forget. Let go and let God. The fuck you gave me these muscles for if I can't use them? The fuck you gave me this intelligent mind to do something if we can't do nothing back to the people who hurt us? No mercy. Nah, again, no way in hell I'm condoning violence of any nature. But I'm letting you guys know, for the ancestors out there who did these atrocities things to you all, who's not here for you to pay them back, I feel your pain. And I'm sorry you guys didn't get a chance to put one in their ass, put a hatchet between their goddamn eyes. I don't know I don't know what your poison is, but I know mine is that cutlery. Felt damn good at the time, still feel good today. But I understand I gotta forgive it because that turned me into a dark person. And that's what's happening to so many of us. We turn into dark people to our spouses. We turn into dark people to the people who want to just love us, who want to care for us. We turn into dark people to the people we supposed to be caring for because we want to reject them. Cause hell, and think about the people who can't even trust their motherfucking selves with their own motherfucking offspring because they afraid that they may transition that way. They can't rationalize the right and wrong properties of it because they're not getting help and counseling for it. Listen, this topic right here is very serious, good people, and if you can't stand it, get the fuck on out. Because we are doing complete ancestor healing here. This is not just some showboat, some fad. This is not just something to get a rating and a view. I don't care who stays on this channel or get the fuck off this channel because you're gonna hear it and you're gonna hear it from me and it's gonna be what you need to hear in order to heal yourself. We ain't saying forgive no fucking body for anything they do to you, but what we're saying is understand that that person had an illness, that person was sick, that person needed help and nobody stepped in to help them. But we have an opportunity to pray for that particular individual's soul, that they find that relief and they understand what they did was wrong, whether they knew it or not, and they be shown these images of what they did. But we ain't got to sit up there and pray mercy for their soul. Y'all know them words I like to hear. I stop this whole bitch if I don't hear them, if I don't see them 4 words. Y'all know what because I want to make sure that y'all hear my calling. And I want to make sure that you hear my heart. This right here. It's painful. And I'm holding back tears, y'all, because I ain't finna be known as a YouTube water bag. I'm holding back tears, boy. Because I seen what it did to my brothers and sisters. Working as a child counselor in the youth criminal division here in my city, in my town, I see what it do to those kids. And only thing the government could do, take them out the house home, put them in foster care, and hope to God they find a good family. Where is addressing the issues? Where is the validation of that particular child at the hands of these abusers? Where the fuck is it? We got all this money to build a goddamn bridge and to build a road. Where is the money allocated to community psychiatrists, community counselors, cultural? Holy shit, did I just say something? Where is the cultural counselors? Somebody that understood that closet bullshit. For so long we were saying, oh, white people go through this shit all the time. That's a white thing. Black people don't do that shit. Black people don't fuck each other, family members. Black people don't incest the bitch. Black people don't sexually abuse anybody. Because we were taught not to talk about it. Remember, the 4th house and home, where you lay your head, the 3 closest people you're allowed to stay in your home via friends and family. That bitch is governed by the moon. The moon represents shining light on shit, secrets. So what's done behind closed doors is supposed to stay behind closed doors. This is a fucked up mentality phrase and we can't talk about it. But we talking about it here. We talking about it here. I'm not a licensed therapist to do this shit. I'm just sharing my pain, and I hope you guys share your pain, and I hope you guys get some understanding and enlightenment for your pain, for your courage, for the survivor that you are. People, I'm from an old school town. I'm from the old school. Well, switch meant that you was getting your ass whipped. Street lights came on. Them was called, the clouds came down. Them were called the cows. Get your ass in the door before the cows come home and the street lights come on. If your ass ain't in the house 6:30, ass kicking. I'm from that generation. Where if your neighbor said you did something wrong, saw you fucking off, they can beat your ass and then your parent can too. So you better kiss up to Miss Barbara ass and better speak to your ancestors every day I mean, better speak to your neighbors. You pass them 100 times. Hey, Miss Barber. Hey, Miss Barber. You pass them. They're going 5, 6 times. You better speak, because one time you don't speak, it's offensive. And they call your parent. And now you got ass whooping because you disrespected them by not giving them they due respect and right. I didn't understand what that shit was. But now that I'm older, I understand. It's an acknowledgement, a validation for the elders that come into your life. I'm teaching you something, people. I'm teaching how the Baron grew up. This is why I am the way I am. And I understand the way I understand. And I got the patience of a God at times. At times, not all the time, at motherfucking time. Now, people, we have been abused by those who came before us. We, some of us, have gotten ancestrally. I don't even know if that's a goddamn word, but y'all know I make it up. But y'all understand what I'm saying. Some of us have got ancestralized. I just talk like I talk. Ancestralized by those who we thought loved us, and we had to keep it to our breast, close to our heart. Grew up with pain and suffering. Can't form proper relationships. Can't love the motherfucking woman you with. Can't respect the man you with. Can't even sit up there and get a good fucking by the person you with. Can't pull your hair, scratch your ass. Can't get too freaky because that puts you back in that motherfucking position to where somebody abused you. Hell, then it goes to the point where you want so much goddamn abusive, rough sex and rough goddamn companionship till it freaks the motherfucker out that you're dealing with. It's on both sides. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna fucking talk about it. You're trying to fill a hole inside your ass, and your mate can't understand where the fuck you coming from because your mate never experienced that pain, that suffrage. Your mate don't understand why you can't get aggressive, and then you got mates that can't understand why the fuck you want to get aggressive. I never grew up choking a motherfucker. What? Fuck that come from? I never wanted to beat people. But people that experience that, and that's where they get their pleasure from, and that's their pleasure brain sense from the hands of somebody who did that shit to them and taught them rough sex, taught them rough handling. That's what they know. Do they know why they do it? Flip it around. A man meet a nice girl. He going to town. He tearing it up. He gets a little bit too rough. She say, oh, hold up, buckaroo. That shit getting a little out of control. I didn't sign to be tied up like a Japanese geisha here, bitch. Calm down. He's offended by his heart because now you just judged them. But that's all he fucking know. Because he didn't get the proper therapy from the abuse he or she suffered to sit up there and say, hey, man, if you gonna introduce some shit like this into your relationship sexually, you need to warn that person. Don't spring it on the bitch. They come to your house, and I'm using the term because that's where I'm at. They come to your house, you have your little whip, your little vibrator, yeah, your shit laid out on the bed, your leather suit, whatever. Can you? What's up? You okay with that? And give him that look. You okay with this shit? Let me know now, because this what I'm into. I need to know if you can rock with me here. Women. Give us brothers the opportunity. Hey, lay your shit out, man. Listen, I'm into this shit. Can you rock with it? Even if you have to go rub your hand across it and smile, can you rock with it? Don't just be springing that shit on us, because we don't know where your dark past come from. You see how that type of abuse from what our ancestors did to us can permeate through our whole life to where we can't even form proper, stable relationships, and we can't explain to our partners why the fuck we choose to do this shit. Baron, you talking some bullshit. No, I just do it because I like it. Search your goddamn self and see when the first time that shit happened to you, how you felt. And see, is it something you're trying to feel? Not saying nothing wrong with it. I'm 43. I done been on the YouTube. I done been on the goddamn internet and seen some shit that it blew my mind. You know, I mean, hey, I done saw it before. The internet undefeated, they say, and I did goddamn it right. I don't know what social media platform. So, people, that come from a sense of wanting to take your power back. That come from a sense of you wanting to have control over that shit to which you did not have control of. Is it right? Is it wrong? No, it's a preference. But I'm just trying to get you guys to the root of it. This shit stemmed from some form of abuse. A motherfucker don't become afraid of the dark unless somebody tell them there's a monster hiding in the dark. A motherfucker don't know they like sugar until a bitch introduce them to sugar and tell them it's good. Logic. Am I sounding like a therapist this morning? Because God knows I'm not trying to be your therapist. I'm just trying to heal you. I'm just trying to heal us. Good people. When my spirit lays something on my heart to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. Whether I lose 10 subscribers, whether I lose 100 million, don't matter. Whether I gain a few. This channel right here is the truth. And we're going to get to the bottom of this shit because we need total healing. Because how the fuck a half a person is going to talk to a whole goddamn God any day? How are we going to talk to the ones that came before us? Hell, and imagine this. Work with me here, people. Picture this shit right here. And I'm like, picture this. For those of our ancestors that passed away, that did not have a full identity of self, a full ideology of self, and that's afraid to go to their maker, that's afraid to go and talk to their God, be a whatever they call it, source, whatever. They're still in fucking limbo, people. We need to make them whole enough so they can get up there and they can see and talk to them gods. It's a reason to what I'm doing. It's a method to it. It's a reason, people, why I say I'd rather have a whole ancestor on my side than a piece of a God any day. Because the ancestors are there. They are in that spiritual realm, and they gonna talk to him or her or them or they or source way before we do. They got a better connection. So let's make them whole. And when we make them whole, you don't think they're gonna tap on our shoulder? Man, listen, I went up there and told God about that BMW you wanted. Yup. He told me if you drive all the way over here and you drop $500 down on some old lady whose husband passed away from it, you know you can get that motherfucker. $500. But we ain't enlightened and in touch like that because we still holding grudges. And we don't want to sit up there and ask the universe and spirit, you know, to relieve that pain and negativity from our hearts. Keep in mind, we're not forgiving these people for what they did to our ancestors. We're not forgiving these people for what they did to us. We're not forgiving these people of anything. We're not acquitting them of any charges or anything. We're just saying we understand you was in a fucked up state of mind. Yep, let the universe and karma and God give you your punishment. But at the same time, we not gonna carry your shit with us no more. That's for you to carry your baggage, and we pray for the best after the universe and karma stop whipping your ass. Hope you learn. Enjoy them ass whipping, them hot coals dropped in your ass. However, isolation. You wore that shoe, so you tried it on, lace it up, and let's walk on. but you not finna control the way I handle my life, the way I wanna love on my female, the way I wanna love on my partner, the way I feel like I'm making connections with my siblings. The siblings that knew, that couldn't talk about it because they was just as afraid. These people who abused us as we were growing up put a wedge between our own family. We don't know why we don't like each other. We don't know why we can't look our brothers and sisters in the face that grew up in the same household of that abuse. They were just as scared to speak about it as you were. But we grew up blaming them because they could have stopped it. They could have spoke up. Give them some motherfucking courage. Give them some motherfucking leeway. They was just as afraid as you. They grew up looking at the same fucking monster or monsters, male or female, because it wasn't just restricted to Uncle Joe fucking with us. It was Auntie Brenda doing her shit too. I told you, just a heart back to old Kelly though. Had that man as a young kid on the table scripting, telling him how shit was. The man grew up thinking that's all he was, a dick. That's all he had to offer the world was a dick and a voice, an entertainer. And that's why he went that way. And they crucified that man. People, I may sound like a... I hope you guys don't think I'm sympathizing with these people by any means necessary, because I'm not. I'm not sympathizing with somebody who did me wrong. And I don't want you to sympathize with them. I just want you to be able to let that pain go and put that pain where it is. And the more you put the pain on Uncle Joe and Auntie Brenda who fucked you over in that ancestral way, put that pain on their ass. Let them know. I ain't gonna carry that pain. I'm gonna put that weight around your motherfucking neck like a millstone. And when karma soon to come and yank that bitch down, they yanking it down for the shit that I released out of my chest for you to wear. And I'm gonna be okay. And I'm gonna learn to love my mate a little bit better. And I'm gonna learn to trust my woman just a little bit more to the best of my ability. And I'm gonna learn to value who the fuck I am and know that I'm not a fuck up and that I wasn't the cause of it all. Come on, people, I'm helping you get this shit together. Just roll with me here. I'm gonna understand that I am not the fuck up, that it was not my fault, even if I didn't say something. Hell, even if I grew to enjoy the shit, it's not me. This is all I knew. This is where the pleasure centers of my brain rationalize the whole goddamn actions of a person and say, man, this is it for you. Female, this is what it is. You wonder why a woman grow up fucking in high school and middle school too fast. And you wonder, oh, that girl just fast. No, somebody put that shit in her head that this is what she's supposed to be doing. You wonder why the boy going around 15, 13 years old whipping out his rod. Because this is what somebody has showed him, man. It has sexualized that person. It probably wasn't a physical. It probably was a mental suggestion. A great compliment. People, I done been through the wrangle in my life. At a young 40-something years old. I've dealt with it. I put myself through counseling. And I made sure I never disrespected any of my children. And I made sure I protected their ass to the point that people say, man, you were so overprotective. You see how that abuse turns into relationships that you have with your own fucking kids? My kids couldn't stay the night at nobody's house because I don't trust nobody. Y'all could come to my house and guess what? Nigga, I need to meet your mama. I need to meet your daddy, your auntie. Let's have a cookout before y'all start standing out at my house. They need to know who the fuck I am, where I come from. Because I ain't gonna be old Baron did this, Baron did that. No, this is safe motherfucking haven. You know everybody in this bitch. You hear old phone numbers of everybody that you can call and check my reference for your kid to be at my house. People, man, why you doing all that? We black. I trust you. No, you really shouldn't. You don't know what issues I have, but I'm going to give you every inkling that I can be trusted. Call the people. Call the neighbors. Call the pastor at the church. Call my worst fucking enemy. See what that big got to say. But it affected my relationship with my kids that I was so strict. I spoiled them fucking rotten because I knew that I was taking away that chance of them being assaulted or hurt going to the neighbor's house. You know, overprotective. But I didn't want my kid to grow up with these fucking memories, waking up in the middle of the night, can't sleep because you worrying about a monster with Uncle Joe's face in the closet looking at your ass, breathing down on your back. You worried about Auntie Brenda and them allowing that shit to happen. Grandpa Festus sitting his ass up there. Sit on my lap and let's see what pop up. People, I'm telling you some real hard shit. And this ancestor prayer this morning, this is not for the faint of heart. This is not for the motherfuckers who don't want to hear it. This is not for you who don't want to face the truth. Sign your ass out now. Because we are having a real conversation. And if we want to be serious about our ancestors, and we want to be serious about the totality of them, from the good part to the bad part, if you ain't listening to these ancestor prayers, this is not, oh, I prayed that my ancestors come and kick Lou gossip ass. We ain't talking about them. We talking about combining and making our ancestors whole on the spiritual side, whether they got to face judgment or not, so they can go and face judgment. And when they whole enough to get in the front, in the face of God, we want them to speak from us. There's in Benin, I guess in a couple other tribes, but I know in Benin, Africa, before the senior can speak, before somebody can speak in a court, they have to hit that cane 3 times, pop, pop, pop on the ground. They have to get a whole lineage. I'm Egbo Seminado from so-and-so, so-and-so, who was begot by so-and-so and so-and-so, who was begot by so-and-so and so-and-so, who was related to so-and-so and so-and-so, who did this at this time in the town named after so-and-so and so-and-so. They have to go back at least 15 people before they can even speak, because you know why? They're standing in front of authority, and they need people to know where they're coming from, where they stand, whether you had a good side or bad side, but they need to know exactly who you are that's talking. So you're not sitting up here faking. And now, once you done got that out, they know your lineage in that village, in that tribe, in that city, town, that proverbs. Now you can talk and speak freely. Now the judgment is out the way. They understand that you're a totally different person. You are not Uncle Lou. You are not Auntie Brenda. You are not Grandpa Festus. But these people probably did some atrocious things, and you're here speaking up for yourself. Now, this is the old African proverbs. I don't know how it works in the Eurocentric part or the Hispanics part. I don't know how it works. I'm telling you how my grandma taught me. People, keep sticking with me. We gonna be so powerful that the God's gonna have to come down and split our ass up. They're like, listen, man, I don't think this YouTube channel should be on, because this bitch has enlightened so many people to where they not calling on us no more. They sitting up there calling on their ancestors, and their ancestors doing the work. That's how gods become forgotten. That's how old gods die and new gods are formed. And to think if we can elevate just one of our ancestors to godhood, we become royalty. We become something that matters. I'm talking too much. I'm revealing the secrets of the universe. I'm just revealing this shit. Y'all just don't know. Oh my God. You know what? I'm finna change the subject. Y'all look at my nose. Don't it look big on camera? Like, look at my little eyes. I'm finna change the subject because it's getting a little bit too deep, and I'm enjoying this bitch just a little bit too much. I'm finna have apps soon, y'all. I'm changing the subject. But people, let's say a good little prayer. And listen. What's going on? Chakra of sight. How you doing? All right. I got to do it, Isis Moon. I got to do it. I got to do it because I get a little passionate about what I'm speaking about, because I know what I go in that closet and me and Baron had them deep ass conversations about. Stuff that y'all don't even know. When I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm sitting in that closet or at the foot of my bed, ain't even got my eyesight proper, and I'm sitting up there wondering why the hell you woke me up to show me a vision of a snake dancing in my goddamn yard, trying to figure that out. Then we have a whole nother conversation, and I'm telling you, are you sure? Should I say this? What if I hurt somebody's feeling? What if somebody do some dumb shit? Say it. I got your back. I'm protecting you. I ain't gonna let nobody hurt you. This is what I say. Say it. God damn it. This is the deal we made. You speak for me. I take care of you. Done deal. Yes, I will get up and speak about it. That's the type of relationships I want with my ancestors. They come to me, they sit on the side of my bed, and they tell me every goddamn thing I need to come and tell y'all. They tell me everything that I need to share. That's what I want to have with my ancestors, the same way I have with my spirit guide, the Baron. This is what we should be striving for, people, to have an ancestor come sit and hold our hands when a car sitting on your chest for 4 fucking hours. This is what I'm striving for. Experienced it. Car sat on my chest for 3 to 4 fucking hours. The Baron held my hand. I ain't died. No rib cage busted, no nothing. Had a scratch on my elbow. Tell me God ain't good. We gonna get to that fucking point to where not only if our mind is gonna be indestructible, our soul is gonna be indestructible, and our body is gonna be just as indestructible. You wanna know why a bitch could walk around and say they are immortal? They not. Some people ain't just saying that shit in the spirit form. They're saying that shit in the physical flesh because they have a connection with the deity. But I want to be immortal because I have all my ancestors around me saying, hey, this deity ain't got the best interest in your heart, so we gonna stave that bitch off. And I live for a good old ripe age. All right, I done stood on my soapbox enough. I done had you here for about an hour. Let's get this prayer started. Gotta get my day going. I'm gonna make a pulley system to a tree so I can lift some weights at nighttime after I get through with my readings. You know, try to get in shape. I love it, everybody. I love it. All right, I'm finna bow my head and I'm finna pray. You guys say your own prayer, but just try to follow along with me and keep it in the same contents or whatever you feel the need to pray for when it comes to an ancestor. But just to reiterate, we are praying for those ancestors that abused us. We're praying for the ancestors that has gotten abused. We're praying for strength, love, and courage and prosperity that we get over this shit. And we're praying for those to get their due karmic rewards or karmic disrewards so that they can begin their healing process on the other side. But let's not let these motherfuckers not get that whip put on their ass or them hot coals shoved up in them or soaked in a lake of fire. However, we know what punishment is in the spiritual world. All right, everybody. Let's get this thing rocking. Oh, Heavenly Father, source, eternal light of my life, of the universe of existence, I ask that you grant me an audience with my Baron, so that he may grant me an audience with my ancestors and keep their light and their path true, conversation clean and clear. Oh, Baron, my God, my friend, my deity, I ask that you intervene on my behalf for my ancestors, those that have passed away. Allow them to utilize my energy, but not so much, just a little bit. Keep me whole and fast and keep me safe as we talk to them, as we address their issues, and as we try to work through them. I love you and I thank you. So mote it be, so mote it be. Oh, ancestors, those of you that have done some horrible things to your offspring, those of you that did not care, those of you that could not help yourself, I want to say, I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. No matter if you did it out of malice, no matter if you did it because you did not understand why you did it or why you was doing it, because some abuse had to come your way for you to decide that type of shit was okay. But I want to let you know that I forgive you and I wish mercy on your soul. But I do pray that your ass get the deservings of the punishment that you are gonna get from karma. I ask that you go ahead and allow karma to give you those lickings so you can begin the healing process of yourself, because we're gonna need you to pay us back with interest for what you did to us, what the relationship you forged with our mates, the relationship that you have us doing awful shit to our own children, being so militant, being so distant, can't form relationship bonds with family members because we afraid, or we're holding something against you, or we just can't get over that traumatic experience. I pray for your healing so that once you are fully healed, that justice can be dished out on the spiritual plane for you. You can get that ass whooping that's coming to you, because it's coming. And that you can start your healing and you can get back in the good graces of the ancestral lines, and they can welcome your ass back into the fold so you can begin doing your service by making up and helping, assisting those who you screwed up. And I pray for the ancestors that went through the hands of these abusers, who suffered, who caught hell on a daily basis, those who survived it and broke free, and those, especially those who went to their graves still getting abused. I just pray for you and I thank you for your courage, and I thank you because in a sick way, ancestors who got abused by these people, you saved a lot of souls, because that person turned that nasty hatred, ignorant action towards you, and you took it. Whether that was in the universe's plan, I don't understand and I don't know, but you saved a lot of souls by doing it. You saved a lot of people mentality. And I want to thank you and I want to bless you, and I want to say utilize a portion of my strength to encourage yourself and to know that I care, and I thank you, and that I just bless you. And I hope that you get your desserts and your rewards on the other side. And I hope that it's my hope that you can forgive that person who did that to you, so that you can move on, that you can move into the light and experience going to another plane of existence, experience all the joys that you want to experience. And if you had offspring, I hope that you could come back and love them, build a stronger spiritual relationship with your offspring, that the connection that you could not form in your day-to-day waking life, that you may be able to form one in your afterlife, so that you can assist your offspring in doing what it is they need to do to achieve greatness in their life. Ancestors, I just thank you so much. I thank you for being there for me. I thank you there for being there for everybody in earshot. I thank you for being there for the people of the world. And to my personal ancestors, if there are some ancestors out there in the ether that needs a little pep talk, slap on the back to tell them to come and assist their people, please, my ancestors, go and assist them with their issues. Help them get over their issues, because we looking for a totality. If we all come together, man, can't nothing stop us. And you know we gonna need it. As the gods change for the new earth to come, y'all gonna stay the same. Now you see why I say I'd rather have a whole ancestor than a piece of a god any day? And I'm gonna say it again. For the old gods that's gonna perish, and for the new gods to come, different diasporas, different cultural, different ideologies, my ancestors will always be my ancestors. You guys will always be there for me. You guys will always be that which came before me. You guys will always be that spark that kept on giving, creating, coming, becoming, until I got here. And I'm going to continue to sit up there and become and grow. And my kids going to become and grow. And we're going to do it until the universe and the planet stop. And by then, I hope we done seeded a whole nother galaxy and a whole nother universe, so that you may live on forever. I pray for your strength. I pray for your totality. And I thank you, love you, and I bless you all the days of my life. So mote it be, so mote it be, so mote it be. Good people, it is no accident, no coincidence that this topic came up. Let me tell you, It's Thanksgiving. It's the holidays. This is where we have to face our fucking demons. This is where we have to face our ancestors or our family members that did this shit to us. This is them coming into town, have to sit around the table, have to accept the present. Ain't no coincidence. Spirit told me to talk about this shit, and I'm gonna talk about it. We have to face these fucking people during the holidays. Every other day we can say fuck you. Holidays, they coming because they love their mama. They coming because they love their sister and brother. And we as offspring of these people, we done suffered at the hands of these fucking people. And we gotta sit up there and smile at Uncle Joe. Smile at Uncle Brenda with Auntie Brenda with pleasantries, knowing how we feel in our heart. Knowing when they come to the house, they make us, some of us, so sick to our stomach, we have to take off. And then make it, well, we can't even enjoy the holidays with our family because they there. People, I'm telling you how we gonna beat this shit. We make our ancestors whole. We won't need a fucking deity, mythical Joe Blow in the sky for us to get by. Because our ancestors gonna stop Uncle Joe and Auntie Brenda from even coming to the goddamn cookout, to the celebration, so we can start enjoying life. People, I'm telling you some good shit here. Y'all can go and listen to other YouTubers and say, yeah, all ancestors are great and we need to pray for all their souls and all this shit right here. You should let go and let God. No. No. I don't want y'all showing up to my fucking cookout. I don't want y'all showing up to my house for the holidays. I don't even want you calling. At this point in the game, hell, I don't even want your spiritual help until you heal yourself on the afterlife. That's a message, good people. Petty. But then again, I'm a petty fucking baron. Everybody, how you like that? How you like this prayer this morning? You see the energy coming from me? Because I fought with my baron on this. I ain't want to talk about it. And he put all these words inside me. Because if it was me, you would have got, hey man, let's just pray for these motherfuckers and hope spirit beat their ass, but let's just forgive them and move on. I'm not with that. I'm not a forgiving soul. Spirit beat their ass. Put them up and through the ring of karma. Once you put their ass through the ring and you feel they learned their lesson, Grandma, apply your son to work for me, who abused me and who fucked over my world. Put that bitch to work to repair everything he or she did. Go ahead, Grandma, do it. We gonna get real in this thing, and it's more great, great, great ancestor prayers to come. We gonna hit on every aspect, every dark secret, every positive thing in our ancestor existence. To when we make all their ass whole, and they can go up there and knock on heaven's door, God's door, source's door, get in the front and say, hey, go down there and help the Baron. He helping people, but his energy is waning. His faith is losing. Because he got that one person that give him that dislike. I'm just bullshitting. It don't bother me, but I had to shout out to my #1 fan out there, who that one person who give me that dislike on every video. You are appreciated. I'm being petty again. I love it. I love it. Y'all don't mind me. I wake up in the morning to look at that motherfucking dislike, and when I see it, I say, that person care. Oh my God. Okay, y'all remember to hit that like button too, y'all. Thank you, y'all. Miss Colette, I haven't forgot about you. I just been so busy taking care of things personal. I had to reschedule a little bit, but I still got you. I've been doing catch-ups. Trust me, I got you. Everybody, listen, lift your soul up. I understand the pain is that. That's why I'm lightening this thing up before I get off this bitch. You gotta go to work. You gotta enjoy family. Lighten this motherfucker up a little bit. We prayed for him. I'm perspiring, believe it or not, off of this because I'm holding back my energy and my tears. I understand where you're at. Listen, we better than this, and we done overcame some real atrocious shit. We are grown ups. We can't continue to let this type of behavior affect our lives. We can't sit up there and thank our mates are supposed to adhere to the you learned and was taught without breaking them into it easy, and we can't judge them if that's not their cup of tea. I'm teaching you how to repair your relationship, people, men and women. We can't sit up there and expect our children to understand why we give them strict codes and rules and disciplines and shit, and get mad at them for breaking those things, because I have that talk with them and say, this is what I fear, this is what happened to me, and I'll be damned if it happened to you. Full transparency here. We gotta start healing this thing. And as long as you guys stick with the Baron and understand I got a pure heart and that I am here for it, we gonna heal this motherfucker until God call me home. Then I'll become an ancestor. And you know what? Boy, I'm gonna be up there working for my goddamn kids and my family and friends. I'm gonna, what? Oh shit. You telling me Miss Colette got a problem? Let me fly my ass down there to Miss Colette and see what I can do for her, move some stuff around. Miss Colette, I had to mess with you. You just so nice. But yeah, we gonna heal this thing. Oh my God. Forgive the father track. Pay attention to the words. I love it. I love it. I love it, everybody. Isis Moon, thank you for always being there for me. I appreciate you so much. Everybody, I appreciate you guys. Tamiko, we gonna have a good time during your reading. You know we always do, and they love you so. Everybody, oh my. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. Oh my God. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate all you guys who donate to me and I don't see it and shout your name out. I'll be in a trance in a zone. So charge it to my head, not my heart. But I appreciate this from you guys. I love it. Well, I'm finna get out here and I'm finna let you guys go and enjoy your day. Get your holiday shopping. Contact family. Get all your setups. All you guys who traveling, stay safe on that damn road. For all of you guys who flying in, may we pray the grace of God that they are protected and they fly in safe, that there's no incidents and everything. I'm gonna be saying that prayer, and I'm gonna burn me a candle, and I'm gonna do me an Ebo for everybody on New Year's that I know. That poor little animal that I do that Ebo on, boy, we gonna stretch spirit ass out for the New Year, because I'm praying for every last single one of y'all, all 20,782 subscribers I got. I'm gonna hit that in the backyard for you. Bind him too, old school Ebo. Let you know the new Messiah coming, baby. That's in the Bible. Y'all will get it. Y'all will get it one day. All right, everybody. I'm gonna get off this thing. Just want to let you guys know I'm the Baron, telling you guys to trust you in the universe, because at the end of the day, that's all you got. True statement. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Every comment, every like, every share helps me out. I'm full-time doing this thing now. Be sure to catch my premieres every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. For the Patreons, I'm working on upgrading. It costs a lot of money to upgrade, but I made a commitment, so I got to do it. For the Patreons, every Tuesday, I may have to drop it down to every other Tuesday, but Tuesday, 2 days for the patrons. They get to ask one question on my Patreon channel, and I throw the cards right there live time. Just one question, not a triple question combined into one paragraph. One question, so everybody can get enough time to answer their question. And I may have to start limiting that, because they only give me a certain amount of hours on Patreon. I thought it was, since I was paying for it, they give you a certain amount of hours. Also, the second Saturday of every month, that's when I do my teachings. Last Saturday, if you missed it, if you're not a Patreon and you missed it, we did a great old spell. Y'all don't share it with their ass. Let them subscribe so they can see it and get the glory of the speaking and all that stuff that they have to pay for. We can't just give it away. All right. I love it. Also, please patronize my website. I have about 25 blue pouches left, and although I haven't put the red pouches up there, I'm going to start being lazy, and I'm going to put the red jinx remover pouches up there. I should have about only 25 of them left. I only make a certain amount for the year, And since I haven't sold out, come March, I'll be making a whole new batch, and I only make a certain amount. So you guys will see that up there. Ancestor pots, I'm willing to make those two for you. Please check that out. And if you guys can't make it on your own and you guys need me to do it, I will do it and mail it back to you. Also, please go to my Vimeo and check out the Barron's Tarot course. It's something quick, sweet, to the point to help you understand how to read tarot real quick and sweet to the point. And the video that I have behind there to show you how the readings go, each one of those videos got about 3 spells in them. Family, prosperity, all that good stuff. It got 3 spells hooked to that video. I selected it well. Go check it out. I thank you guys again. I want you guys to have a great day. Stay safe. Love your family. Love your friends. Let's heal this holiday season. Let's heal for the new year to come. And I love you. Thank you. Y'all be safe.